some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the UCF Knights, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hurricanes will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got enough for the first. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
They'll give it to him again. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Hauls it in. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
To the ground with the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls it in. It's Moon. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Bring in the heat. He's going to run it. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. The Knights will try to convert on fourth down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Looking for a push on fourth down. At the 20, he's got space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Well, this is an offense that really prides themselves on running the football, and there was no question they were going to go for it there on fourth and short. Not only did they get the first down, they rip off an explosive play on the ground.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. It's complete to the right. And that one did not work. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, UCF! First points of the day are on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. grabbed in the backfield. It's Snead. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
To the air on first down. The quick out. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
That's caught. It's Snead. Crosses the 30. He's got away. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Quick release by the QB. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He makes a grab, and he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Miami.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this league, Dan, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes a grab past the marker. At the 45, on his way. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on fourth down. Instead, they back up. The Knights decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. from the 50. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Making side adjustments here. He's looking to pass. And the physical play there forces the in. On first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It'll be third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got his man, makes the grab. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Snaps it in the shotgun. Plucks it out of the air. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab, it's knee. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Handoff from the gun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It is perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Quarter because of the passing game, didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Blasted as he lets it go.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Pulls and fires complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Oh, they're after him! Got his man. He'll step out of bounds at the 11. They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? They go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. With that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They try to pop a run on the draw. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throwing right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plows through the defense. Quarterback gets enough. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run.
And the Canes are in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a man. Touchdown, Hurricane! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They're dealing with a second and long.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
They'll throw on third and short. Caught near the sticks. It's moved. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
And how about that? They throw a hitch route on third to pick up the first. Quarterback, great job getting it out of his hands quickly. Awesome timing, no hesitation. And because of that, he put it on his guy quickly. He had some space, and he was able to turn upfield and get the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the ground, he's got it again. This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Give to the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB is throwing the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
And And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Touchdown, UCF! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He might want another play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Moves away as he feels pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught. Bounced off his feet. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, this defense is still playing so hard here late in the game in the fourth quarter. Offense taking a shot into the end zone. Defender in incredible position, and he's able to knock that one away incomplete.
Down 4 late, they have to convert on 4th down to keep hope alive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season.